Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jess of Creations. We are here set up at 4-State Comic Con in Hagerstown, Maryland. We're here for the weekend and it is officially our first show of the season, so let's see how it goes. We are at 4-State Comic Con in Hagerstown. We just finished setting up. Doors are going to open in like less than 20 minutes. So let's give a little tour of the booth space. So here we are. We have the blanket on full display. This is our typical grid cube action. We got Mushy Boy in the corner. Spider-Man and Silly Hands. Our Octos and Gummy Bear bag. And these guys. We are here for the weekend. I will check in occasionally. Just gonna do a little walk around. It is day 2. Bear with me, folks, because I don't know how to do this vlogging stuff. We did have to do some adjustments to our space today. We didn't have to, but we cleared out enough to eliminate a grid wall, and we were able to move the blanket forward, so maybe people will see it, because they did not yesterday. Which reminds me, Michelle, can you write out a price tag for the blanket? It might be in that blue bag. Okay, while she's taking care of that, I'm going to show you the updated booth setup. This is still the same. And then we shifted, I can't reverse, pull out. We shifted some stuff and then pulled the blanket forward so that maybe people will see it now. That's all. Nothing too much. The crowd looks very light so far today. Yesterday was okay. We hit 710, which is, we can do better. Sundays are usually rough. Hopefully it won't be. So far, we're behind what we made last year, but hopefully we can turn it around today. That's all I have to say for now. I will try to get more content recorded today. So let's see how it goes. Michelle and Ed just went for a walk, so I thought I would chat with you guys for a bit. It's, oh my gosh, almost been open for an hour now, and there's not a lot of people here. I wanted to tell you about yesterday. So yesterday felt like a good day. We made some big ticket sales, so we thought we were like doing really well. And then, so we have a connection problem here. The service on my phone was bad. Therefore, I couldn't really connect my credit card machine to my phone, which is what I always do, and I've never had any problems. But we had to work in offline mode on the credit card machine, and we've done it once before, and it was fine. So yesterday when we left, I connected the credit card machine to my phone as soon as we got off campus, and it turned out that one of our sales, the credit card that they used was declined. And, I read through all the material, and it basically said, if you choose to accept offline payments, you are responsible for any, declined payments or, expired cards or whatever. So, found out we ate $60, which sucks, but we learned our lesson there. Right now, we were just talking about Philly, and we have a tiny, tiny space for 3 of us for Philly. We only have a 6-foot table, and we're provided 2 chairs, and there's 3 of us. And at Sci-Fi a couple years ago, we saw a vendor with a standing seat. You could be standing but seated at the same time. So I'm trying to see if I can find it so we can get one of them, because it would also be useful at Sci-Fi in Altoona this year. Today, I think I'm going to try to get some clips for you for the cosplay contest. Because at this show, we've experienced in the past that once the cosplay contest starts, the day is basically over. No more people are shopping. They're all at cosplay. So that's why this isn't a very exciting show to be vlogging about, but I promised you behind the scenes and in the life of a crocheter, and this is part of it. We're very excited for Philly because it's going to be a whole different animal, bigger guests, bigger period. It's in Philly. So I can't wait to see what kind of content I can get for you at that show. But for now, we're just chilling here. There's some people walking by, but not many, which is expected for a Sunday. I don't know about the area we're in, if it's very religious heavy, so I don't know if Sundays are big church days in this town, which is very possible, so it could pick up in the afternoon. But yeah, just gonna chill, see what happens, and hope for a really good day. Big announcement. While I was away buying stuff, Michelle and Ed sold Mushy Boy. Very excited for that. And they wanted another one. They took my business card. So I don't know if I'll be getting a request for an order, but that's very exciting. He got lots of attention and someone finally bought him. So the goal is to try to sell all the big stuff. So for Philly, we don't have to worry about space for big things because we only have a 6-foot table. The big mushroom, he sold. The whale is available, but the mushroom boy sold this morning. Okay. Speaking of Mushroom Boy, that was a disappointing child wanting to buy him, and I had to tell them that he sold. Sorry, kid. I am walking away. I'm going to find a girl who came by our booth earlier and gave us some free little ducks. She said that she's hosting a game somewhere and giving out prizes. So I want to check that out, except now I just found a patch maker. So let's see what they have. I just bought 2 LL Bean boat and totes, and I kind of want to fill it with patches, but not just random patches. I want fun ones.
Oh, there's that Bing one. It said Bing. Oh, that is sick.
Alrighty, which one are you wearing first?
What does it say? I need that. Oh, they're right here. I can put it in the box.
I haven't really seen any good pins this show either. This is the first time I've seen pins. Nah. Okay, I'm moving on.
Only spent $6.
I'll go back see if she needs help.
Did you guys go upstairs yet?
Let's check out the celebrities who are not here right now, except Miko, but he's eating his dinner. I remember him from Full House. Who are you gonna call?
No, but I do have
This girl just pointed in a direction and said she was going to be hosting games, but I don't know specifically where. Oh, I just found her. I found you. Hi. I want to play.
Of course. Step right up.
Okay.
Are you streaming?
For YouTube, I'm recording. Good.
More than welcome to. I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
So, pretty simple, also pretty complicated.
Oh, great.
So, you will start always by pressing the star.
Okay.
It will turn on, you'll hear the music. This will make it go up and down. Notice
Okay.
how it's not opening very much?
Yes.
That's because it's hitting up against the back wall. So you want to make sure that you're always at least slightly away from the wall and it will open up.
Okay.
It is a play till you win.
Okay.
But it doesn't have sensors because it's a $20 thing. So
Okay.
yeah. So once this stops opening and closing, you just hit the star again and it resets.
Okay.
So it only goes in a 360 motion. If you want me to position anything a specific way, feel free to ask and I can help you out with it.
Okay. Cool. Stop. She is live streaming her little duck game, which is fun. You can't see. She's down there. And I got a duck and I won a bunch of stuff. So that was cool. I'm excited.
Take it out and put it back in.
Every time I walk around, I see new things, which is very bad. I gotta stop spending my money. I bought my first 10-second ever Funko Pop figures today. I bought a Goofy and a Derpy Tiger from K-Pop Demon Hunters. But now I'm gonna go get lunch. I'm gonna drop my ducks off with Michelle and then I'll go get some lunch. I guess I'm not getting lunch because the line said closed for the workers to have their lunch until 2 o'clock. So I might be able to go back at 2 o'clock to get some more lunch. Not some more lunch, some lunch. I'm hungry. Cosplay has started, so I'm heading over to get some images for you guys. See what's happening here. It is packed over by cosplay. I feel like I don't belong here.
Can we have a vote? Should we do another show? Got to know.
There's so many people. All right, there's too many people, but You get the gist. And there was a guy making weird noises, so I wanted to get away. So since that started, that means that the rest of the day is pretty much gonna be slow because everyone comes to the cosplay contest. So that's where all the customers will be. They will be watching the cosplay or participating in the cosplay. And our booth will be empty. Maybe not though. We are almost done. We have about 1 hour left. I'm going to put the camera away because we are going to start gradually reducing stuff. And then once we start packing up, we are quick destroyers and packers and getting out of hearers. So the camera will just get in the way. I will be back when I'm at home with a recap of this weekend. Hi, we are home. It is time to recover from this weekend. I am still working my full-time job today, but while I am on my lunch break, I thought I would do a little recap of how this weekend went. It started off really rough. Thursday, I busted it to try to get a second gummy bear bag complete. I don't know where it came from, but both of my hands decided to no longer function properly after that. I had everything completely finished, all the pieces being made. I just needed to weave in ends and then join everything. But my hands got really bad and I just couldn't do anything. Michelle and Ed came to load the car on Friday and I was no help because I couldn't lift anything. It was both hands. On my left side, it was my wrist, and on my right side, it was like everything on my hand. So that was kind of annoying. I didn't like feeling useless, but I didn't get the bag done. So I only went to the show with one gummy bear bag, which ended up selling, but we'll get to that later. And then Friday night, I went to bed early because I knew we would have to get up early on Saturday. Setup started at 7. It doesn't take us long to do setup or teardown, but it's an hour and a half drive for us. So we left at like between 5:30 and 6. We got there. Backtrack. I woke up Friday night, went to bed early, woke up in the middle of the night feeling really sick. And I only had like 3 or 4 hours left at that point until I had to wake up and get ready to go to Michelle's to head out. And I was, panicking, thinking I was going to have to figure out a way to get Michelle and Ed the money and tell them that they were going to have to run the show by themselves on Saturday. And it was just a mess, but I fortunately went back to bed, and when I woke up to my alarms on Saturday, I was fine. Now I'll get back on track. We got there, set up, not at all how I'd planned, but it came out better than I had planned. Michelle had ideas that we went with, and it turned out really well. I think it was good that I paid a little extra to have a corner space instead of an inline space this year, so we had more ability to, or like more space to use. It worked out really well. We sold really good things. Like I said, the gummy bear bag was one of the first things sold, and I was so excited, and she asked me if I had any more, and I was so pissed that I couldn't get that second one done. And I bought a bunch of yarn to make all different colors of the gummy bear bags, and I still plan to make them throughout the year. But that was a hit, and I saw her walk around the show a couple times with it on, and she was using it. It just made me so happy. We had some big ticket items go, we had one of my snuggle dragons, the big laying down ones. We had some of the medium-sized octos. Mushy Boy sold, the big mushroom guy. That made me so happy. Michelle actually sold him while I was away. I don't remember what I was doing, but I came back at the tail end of the transaction and I saw her like so happy and hugging him, and it just made me so happy. Like the things we sold this weekend were great. Like it felt good. They were big items and I was happy. However, that did not translate to the sales numbers. First of all, we did have an issue on Saturday with connection. I usually connect my credit card machine to the hotspot on my phone. I never have issues, but we must have been in a dead spot because the service on my phone kind of sucked, which means that like the credit card machine was going to struggle. So we had to work in offline mode with a credit card machine, which we've done once before. And it worked out fine. You just don't know if the credit cards go through until the very, like when you can hook back up to the internet. So as soon as we got off campus, I hooked it up to my phone and immediately got an email that one of the credit card transactions was declined for whatever reason. And it was a $60 transaction. It was for a pocket shawl. And per like the rules, I guess, if you decide to accept payments offline, you're responsible for any declined payments or like bad transactions. So I had to eat $60, which sucked. So Saturday we ended up making $710 instead of the $770 that it could have been. But still, that's not a good number for me for like what I know I'm capable of. And it was shy of last year's Saturday number. I think last year was like 800 something, like maybe 835, but we made 710. And then Sunday was the day Mushy Boy sold, which is great. Sunday last year we made 5 something and we only made just over 4 yesterday. So in total we made $1,115. That's not horrible. Like I made my table space back and profited. That's a pretty decent number. But for me, I can do better, or I do better at regular craft fairs that are only one day and they're local than I did in a 2-day con where we had to travel an hour and a half each way for both days. We have decided that we are not going to continue forward with 4-State Comic-Con. We already decided this year that we're not going to do the Harrisburg show. 4-State does 2 shows a year. They do Hagerstown in April, May, and then they do Harrisburg in like August, September. Last year's Harrisburg was just so bad that we decided we're definitely not going to do it this year, even though it's really close to us. It's just not worth our time. And then after this weekend, we determined that this Hagerstown is also not worth making the trip for. Michelle mentioned, or she asked me if I want to continue doing cons. And her reason for asking that question was valid. But I just don't know the answer to that because cons are fun. like the environment of them. But some of these smaller ones that I've been doing just aren't working out the way that they used to, and they're just not as fun anymore, you know? Our next one is Philly, which is huge, and it's going to be a whole new animal compared to what we're used to. It's bigger. The guests are bigger. It's a higher price tag to get into it. So we're going to see how Philly goes. And then, I don't know, maybe it's time to just walk away from these smaller cons and stick to the bigger ones. But I can't say that yet. We have to get through Philly first to make that decision. I think we will make the general decision after cons are over this year in June. I want to have a sit down with Michelle and just like weigh our options and see what we want to do. But yeah, that's how this weekend went. It was generally fine, except for getting sick before the show and then being useless with my hands and not really making a lot. I don't know if I said this, but we ended up being $300 shy of what we made last year. So that also like figures into everything. So that's how this weekend went. It was good. Michelle's going to be on her way sometime later today to unload her car back into my garage. And I'm going to start getting ready for Philly. It is less than a month away right now. So it's time to start panicking and just building inventory for that. We had discussions about what I should focus on making for Philly. And I've got a plan and I just got to execute it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Please, again, forgive me. I'm still getting used to recording things and I don't know what you should record if you're vlogging for a con. And it's a little awkward walking around with the camera, but I got to get over that. Plenty of people were doing it. I just gotta get over it and do it. And it was weird recording with Michelle and Ed, like right behind me, but it's fine. It's fine. So I hope you enjoyed the con. Thank you for tuning in. As always, do all the things, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.